Bro, you should do stand-up.
I'm thinking about it, man.
All right, what's next, bro? I'm never gonna remember this guy's name. I know he's big, but he's not on my stratosphere.
Mr. Ratatouille.
Harry Oswalt. I feel like I've for sure seen that name.
He was on Ratatouille, Kings of Queen.
I believe it's Ratatouille.
Tule?
No, I'm just playing.
All right, so Mr. Ratatouille, Patton Oswalt. So recently, I guess it was on New Year's Eve. He posted a picture with him and Dave Chappelle.
Wow.
And
How
Patton Oswalt.
How could he?
Let me just read the caption real quick. So, Patton Oswalt. Finished my set at the McCall Hall and got a text from Dave Chappelle. Come over to the arena. He's performing in next door and do a guest set.
You give
Why
Dave
not?
your number? Wow.
I waved goodbye to this hell year with the genius I started comedy with 34 years ago. He works in arena like he's talking to one person and charming their skin off. Anyway, I ended the year with a real friend and a deep laugh. Can't ask for much more. Right? There's no harm in this.
That's what Patton said today.
I can't believe he called him a genius, man.
This is the picture that he posted. So that was the first picture he posted. So Patton Oswalt, if y'all don't know, he's in Hollywood. He has a pretty liberal like fan base. He has his own fan base, but
bunch of pussies, apparently.
They're so he starts in that post. He starts getting a lot of comments, and they're talking about like, I can't believe you're standing next to this transphobic guy or whatever. They're obviously using way worse words. So this dude, he old as hell. And he starts deleting the comments because, these 1,000 people.
He was hurt. He's like, wait, what?
He was so confused. It was such a heartfelt message.
Bro.
I know, he was so happy too.
I'm a legend.
My lifelong friend, man. He was all hyped, like, man, this is the greatest night of my life.
Man, yeah. So he starts getting all these comments. He gets scared. He's like, oh my God, my career's gonna end. So he starts deleting it. Whoa. Next thing you know, Twitter comes on. They start saying way worse shit on Twitter. And then he's like, okay, I'm gonna post this other one so my fans can still love me. So in this one, he was like, this was pretty long, so get ready for some good reading, y'all. I saw a friend I hadn't seen. I saw a friend I hadn't seen in a long time this New Year's Eve.
He had to explain it.
We've known each other since.
He had a whole paragraph on the first post, like explaining the whole thing. Now he got to re-explain it. So look, I didn't even want to go. He's like, nah, I wasn't even trying to go like that. My wife wanted me to go. She said it was a big thing. Tripping.
And now he's like, he's a fellow comedian, the funniest I've ever met. I wanted to post a pic and an IG story about it. So did I. So I did. This friend is Dave Chappelle. 34 years we've been friends. He's refocused and refined ideas a lot of us took in as settled about race and history and life on planet Earth and spun them around with a phrase or a punchline. We've done bad and good gigs, open mics, TV tapings. But we also 100% disagree about transgender rights and representation.
100% is crazy.
Cap. I support trans people's rights, anyone's rights, to live safely in the world as their fullest selves. For all the things he's helped me evolve on, I always disagree with where he stands now on transgender issue.
Where does he stand?
Yeah, where does he stand? That's the thing. Where does he stand? Like, that's the craziest part, because he has to know he's capping. Because you're a comedian. That means you for sure watch the entire special.
Mm-hmm. You know what happened.
So you know damn well, why would you sit there and say, we 100% disagree on trans? You're literally just going with these dumbasses that are like, Dave hates trans. Did you watch the... Nah, everyone that watches that shit know damn well Dave talked about several people that he knows that are trans, has whole bits about just trans fan that he had a good time with, trans fan that he know. Daphne. Why do we know who Daphne is? We literally know about one of his best fans that's trans. It's like one of his biggest fans. Sorry, is there more?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I thought that shit was over.
But okay,
he had to explain himself, bro.
Then after
had to.
Where he stands on transgender issues. But I also don't believe a seeker like him is done evolving and learning. Someone that long sees the struggles and changes. It's impossible to cut them off.
He called him long?
Long. Whoa. Someone that long. Someone that long. You see, that was me. Someone that long. See the struggles and changes. It's impossible to cut them off. Impossible not to hope and open and cheer them on.
Hey, fuck him, bro.
I've been
carrying... How you gonna try to, give some some leeway to Dave for Dave doing what Dave does as a comedian, or try to like stall him out, like, yeah, Dave didn't know what he was doing type shit, or like he can learn, he can grow as a person, he still has time. What?
Oh, that's like if I said if I said something like, dude, just fuck it, just fuck the rest of that shit, bro. Yeah. It's like if I said something like slightly controversial, but y'all both knew exactly what I meant, but then the world is getting mad, and then you go on IG like, look, while I completely disagree with Travis's horrible nature and what he said, I've been friends with him for a long time, and I believe he can get better. Yeah, the only reason I was out with him on Saturday is because we've been friends for quite a while, but I totally disagree with what he said about... Yeah. Bro, you didn't defend me. You just made me look like... You just defended yourself. Try to slide on out of there. That was whack, bro. Especially a comedian. Every fucking comedian knows where Dave was coming from. And, bro, if you miss his message, you're such an idiot. Like, you didn't watch this shit. So for him to come out and say that, you never hear no comedian be like, nah, I 100% disagree with Dave. How could you 100% disagree with Dave's stance when you say you support trans? When Dave has made it very clear he supports trans. Yeah. He disagreed with certain aspects of the way the movement was gone about and proceeded to make jokes. He disagreed with the fact that motherfuckers get mad over every little thing when it comes with the LGBTQ and how they just go to the biggest extent to cancel people and end their careers. It's become the most dangerous thing you could do. Yeah. And what's the result? They literally show his exact message.
Every single time.
We need to cancel him. Cancel Dave.
Every time.
They just shot up this man's shit. They just aired out this nigga block. He went, yeah,
I
man.
I gotta delete these.
Look, so I just saw him. We ran it. He went to the trouble of explaining.
Bro,
that was the softest
I would not fuck with
thing.
you no more, bro. If I was Dave,
no.
Because that just, bro, you're a pussy, bro. Like, you literally posted a New Year's picture. We were cool 10 minutes ago. You got flagged, or you got mad, or everybody got mad at you.
Scared of the heat that came with it.
And then you started pretty much trying to say, oh, I have room to grow. Like, it's my fault. Like, I'm the person that needs development. Like, what?
Bitch, I'll never invite you to another show again. Like, after I invited you to another show, took the damn picture with you, I said what I said, I stood on what I said, and then you're going to take a picture with me and then backtrack and say how you disagree with everything, my views, and you make it sound like my views are something that they weren't. So I'm saying if I'm Dave, like, bro, obviously that wasn't what he was saying in his views, but you just went with the mob and just said, you know what, guys, I know he's a piece of shit, but we can get him better. Yeah. Fam, if you felt like that, if you really felt like this man hated trans, then why are you standing next to him? To be honest. It's like if my boy was openly saying stuff about like gay people, like, nah, fuck the gays. He went up on stage and was dead ass saying that. No, I'm not posting a picture with you, bro. Nah, I don't fuck with that. And that actually is something maybe we should talk about. Like, exactly. And that's what I would say. Even if I was in a picture, nah, I discuss it. He knows we disagree on that shit. And I trust me, I go on a war with him, arguing over it. And honestly, I probably might stand different with you if you're a big celebrity and you're saying something that's that damaging to a community, and and I really felt that. I'm not taking a picture with you. So now you do got to answer for the picture. If you really feel like he does not support trans.
Bruh, the part that... Nice. I like that.
Look, I realize I've been looking at this nigga for so long, bro. That shit threw me off. You know how much I'm just staring at
it. Talk your shit.
But, bro, honestly, the part that pisses me off is that he's also a comedian.
We got to get this on TikTok, bro.
And the fucking... The part that's shitty about it, it's like, comedians are supposed to defend one another. You know, and it's like, you're kind of shitting on this dude. And you, back in the day, Patton Oswalt back then, he would do edgy shit. He has trans jokes. He has jokes about transvestites.
Dave need to post that
shit.
Be like,
he has these jokes. And it's like, a comic's job is to have an unpopular opinion. And bring people... Yeah. Exactly. That's the fucking job.
But Dave be getting off bars. He not even just trying to be unpopular. He was saying some shit, bro. They missed the whole message.
Yeah. And it's like, bro, that's the part that frustrates me. The only aspect where I do agree with Patton Oswalt is like, yo, you know, you could have a friend that you disagree with on certain things and still remain friends.
Boom, that's it.
And maybe have the hope that, okay, maybe if they're friends with me, they might be able to change or whatever. But it's like, you can't just, like, force them to fucking change.
Fam, how about fuck y'all? Yes, my boy.
But again, how long did you disagree with him? Because, like, I know on New Year's, that was not in the back of your head.
Did you bring it up in New Year's?
He probably congratulated him, like, yo, that was an amazing set. Great joke. Like immediately after the show, he probably, they have conversations, right?
Of course.
Y'all are friends.
34 years.
You know we congratulated the special,
exactly.
told him it was fire.
We know you did, motherfucker. Like, come on now.
That man's a bum.
Yeah.
Harry Oswalt? Yeah.
And then, like you said, like, comedians are like, they're supposed to look out for each other. They're like a very tight-knit community.
Yo, because they're going against it.
Bro, and
like,
you're a white comedian.
Everybody's going to shit on a comedian, like, always. Like, for whatever they say, every single time, you either have people that like you, or you have people that agree with you, or you don't. Bro. So it's like, you being a comedian that's kind of shitting on his own special, The Closer. Like, why are you doing that? Bro, like, that's not even fair.
And you're a white dude, bro. You're a white dude who took a picture with this black dude that's been canceled by the worst people you could possibly be canceled by, and you just throw him under the bus? Like, you were that worried because of some comments on your shit? Bro, I didn't even know about this stuff. that's the thing. That's people's problem, bro. They look at their comments and they think the whole world is going crazy. Bro, the world is really big. I would have never heard about this shit. I would have said, oh, cool, look at the picture.
And, bro, the picture is so, like, unauthentic. Because, like, this motherfucker is just sitting in front of it, like, writing the apology when he fucking typed up the apology. Isn't that crazy? And, like, he has his hand on his shit, like... you know he had multiple takes.
We for sure putting up that picture.
Bro, it's so bad. It's so bad. Like,
and that's where the news came out. Everyone, I saw Jamari, a couple different blog outlets, Shade Room, Baller Alert. They all like, that's when it came out. When you go and respond to all this shit and you start backtracking, bro, that's the weakest shit you could do.
Yeah. And it's like, I feel like he's doing it because he's a pretty big part of Hollywood.
Pussy,
like,
bro.
Especially with, like, voice actors. Like, because, you know, like, especially, like, remember when The Rock said shit about China? He has to apologize instantly.
That's true.
So it's like, trying to hold on to your fan base. But what if these people who are commenting weren't even your fan base? They're just people who don't like Dave Chappelle.
Exactly. And bigger picture, though, past the fans, is that the LGBTQ, they run everything. So... you know how they are, bro. They really might be like, hey, Harry, we haven't forgiven him yet, and you are transphobic.
He's getting the name wrong.
His name isn't Harry Oswalt?
It's Patton Oswalt.
Yeah,
he said Harry before. I was like, oh, you meant it as a joke.
No.
He came back, Harry.
But either, fuck y'all.
Dude.
Yeah, look,
dude
yeah,
over there fucking up.
Yeah, exactly. But for real, though.
Bro.
But you know, all of what David said is held to be true. Everyone is afraid of the LGBTQ as it pertains to them being canceled. So if Dave is canceled and you take a picture and you start seeing all this heat, you scared about.
I think he fucked up. He could have got him some black fans, bro. If he would have sided with Dave Chappelle, or like, man,
he should have just made it a black issue. He should have.
Nah, then he wouldn't get dropped in Hollywood.
That's what he should have done. He should have made it just a black issue. Just been like, I'm not gonna tear down a black man like y'all want me to. If y'all want to tear down a black man, go for it. But that's not in my blood.
Not me.
That was my.
He would
that was in my ancestors' blood.
He's like, he
actually, I don't know. He might be. Is he Jewish?
I don't know.
If he's Jewish, then
Oswalt?
Jewish is straight. I don't know. It might be Jewish, but Jewish ancestors were not slave owners. Right?
No comment.
I don't think Jews were slave owners.
No comment.
They weren't, bro. That's not offensive. They weren't.
Europeans
that's good. That's a cut. Why are you acting like I'm saying something?
No. It's not that. I have a whole nother take on that.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna go there.
All right, well, fucking man. You know what? We did a great job this pod, man. Let's just clap it up for ourselves, man. Our little rendezvous. We back in the mix, back in the lab.
Those
man.
are just